everybody, welcome to ALCC Happy Hour. I just gave the boys a couple of treats and I don't know if they like them or not. You want to see them? I think he likes them. What? I guess he does like it. Bruce is trying to figure it out. Do you like it? Maybe? I guess they're figuring it out. So I have a special one for you guys today. We are making an Alaska because we are going to Alaska. I'm so excited. And we're gonna take you guys with us. So I'm not sure if we're gonna make this cocktail there or if we're gonna have a different cocktail there. We might make this one, we will see. So we are making, like I said, Alaska, and it is traditionally made stirred. I tried it that way. I wanna see if I can brighten it up just a little bit by shaking it. The other thing is, we are using Angostura bitters because, well, that's what we have. I'm out of the orange. So the recipe calls for orange bitters. We're using Angostura. If you have orange, use those. The recipe's super easy. It's a 3-to-1 ratio, so you're gonna see that. We are using I have no, I don't have a measuring device. Now we're gonna measure. We're gonna use 1.5 ounces of gin, and I'm eyeballing it here. There we go, 1.5 ounces of gin and 1/2 ounce of chartreuse. We are using the yellow chartreuse. If you've had the different chartreuses, there's green and there's yellow. Green is a little more on the citrus side. It's not quite as sweet as the yellow one. The yellow has a little bit more sweetness to it. And we're gonna use a dash of our Angostura bitters. Just a dash. Usually when I make old fashions, I like lots of dashes. Okay, and this one we're making shaken. Now, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna prep our rind. So one of the things that you can do is, I'm gonna twist this. You would do this on top, but the reason I wanted to do it in advance is I wanted to rim the glass with the lemon essence. Okay, now we're gonna add our ice and give this a little shake. Ooh, I'm kind of excited about this. I tried it last night, stirred, as all the recipes that I consulted suggested, and it was delicious. But I thought, I wonder if I could brighten this up just a hair by shaking it. So we're gonna see. It looks like they finished their treats. I think they liked them. Good boy, Bruce. He's like, what is happening? What's happening, bud? He's like, I don't know. All right, let's pour this. Ooh, does that look so good? Oh, I'm so excited to try this. It is kind of opaque in color compared to what I made yesterday because we shook it up, and gosh, that's inviting. Isn't that so pretty? I like it. Okay, let's try it. Ooh, it smells great. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Ooh.
What's different?
It is brighter. It is definitely brighter.
So what's the flavor profile like?
Oh boy. This is Wesley's questions. What is the flavor profile like? He has this amazing way of describing cocktails to you. So let's try again. You definitely get a brighter chartreuse flavor. So chartreuse, let's see if it says, I want to say it's citrus because you get the lemon in there. I'm gonna have you taste. You do get some anise. I couldn't put my finger on what that was, but you do get some of the anise.
So it's almost licorice.
But not a whole lot of licorice because I'm not a huge fan of licorice.
Well, that's kind of like anise. Anise has like a licorice.
You get a tiny bit for a split second, then it goes away, which I like because I'm not a huge fan of that. The black licorice anyway.
You get a little bit more from this one than the last.
Okay, now I feel like we have to make both. Okay, we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison. I just feel like we've done the shaken one. I talked so much about the stirred one. We're just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna mix it right in here. Let me get my stirring spoon. It's on the dry mat. Okay, and I'm gonna make it exactly how I made it last night, which is doing the lemon at the end. And we're gonna see how that tastes. West, are you up for a cocktail?
I'm game. I already made something, but I'm game.
Okay.
Look, this is what I made earlier. It's a little old-fashioned.
Little old-fashioned. Who doesn't love an old-fashioned?
End of workday cocktail.
Yeah. And then he films for me. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. I think we just need a little skosh in there, okay? And then I'm gonna stick with my one. I really wanna do two, but we're gonna do one. There's the one. Wow, and all over the counter. Oops. All right, and then we're gonna stir this. Do you have a good shot of that?
Yeah.
All right, so this is the traditional way it is supposed to be made. You can sing happy birthday if you want. You can count to 20. I kind of just like to watch the ice and watch as it kind of melts a little bit. Do you see how it's a lot clearer though in comparison to what we shook up? Way more translucent. Even though this has kind of settled, I still feel like there's a little bit of, okay. Oh yeah, that's a big difference. That's a big difference. The other thing too is because we shook it up, there's more water in there from the ice. There's a lot less what looks like cocktail in there. It's the same ratios, but it didn't get diluted. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing I did last night, which was squeeze, and then I did wipe the edge and then plop it in. Ooh, the colors, do you see the differences? They're so different. This is brilliant in color, whereas this is a bit more opaque, a bit more lighter in color too. Let's try. Oh my gosh, that lemon comes through way stronger because I think the oils sit on top of the cocktail. All right, I know which one I like better.
You like the stirred.
I like the stirred. I was completely wrong. I 100% thought I was gonna like the shaken better. I think we're gonna have to combine these two and then serve it up.
Oh, what? Oh, what? No, we drink that
We
one
drink,
first,
okay, and then
that
we
one
drink this
second.
one, okay. Yeah, okay, so here's the difference.
Yeah, describe it.
There is more anise flavor. I'm just gonna roll with that. Somebody's gonna be like, can't she come up with anything else besides anise? But it's forward on this one.
Okay.
Whereas this one, you get more of the gin. It is way more balanced having stirred. I'm gonna pass these over here to Wesley so he can try them. So the gin, the juniper berries on the gin in the stirred version definitely comes through. Whereas I think it gets lost in the shaken.
Okay, for me, the shaken has the licorice bite at the front.
Yes.
It's cold.
Yes.
And it yes has brightness to it, a little bit of citrus, but almost like a pucker.
A pucker.
Whereas that has honey.
Oh, Wesley gets honey from this and a pucker from this. So the anise comes through, you said, on the back end of this one.
On the front end.
On the front end of this one.
Top. But then it kind of puckers.
And then it
It's like
puckers.
sour.
Let's try. All right, I can roll with that. Yeah, I can roll with that. Whereas this one almost feels, ooh, it almost feels like a nightcap.
What, that one? No?
Yeah, compared to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a little bit sweeter flavor profile.
All right. Okay, all you recipe makers out there, y'all know what you were talking about when you said this one needs to be stirred. I thought last night when I stirred it, I was like, they don't know what they're talking about. Okay, you do. You do. So, if we make this one in Alaska, we will stir it and not shake it. So we don't have to worry about any of the ingredients for shaking. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you next week, 3:30 Pacific Standard Time, right here on ALCC YouTube. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you then.